You are now listening to About That Business, hosted by Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an entrepreneur and personal coach who has helped people reach their fullest potential personally and professionally. Take it away, Rom.
Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with Rom Wills. Don't play yourself short. Look, y'all. You know what? And you know what? I've always had this constant theme on whenever I do these Sunday morning simulcasts, about people using their gifts, using their talents. Even read a Bible verse about the parable of the talents one time, right? One of the things I think, though, even when people have talent, gifts, or whatever, they really do sell themselves. They play themselves short, right? They play themselves short. Y'all got to stop that. Y'all got to stop that. You don't think you could, do something. You don't think you can be as big as you can. It's like, man, look. Y'all can, the sky is the limit. Look, when you are blessed with any gift and you use it, there's no limit on what you can do with it, right? There's no limit, or, whatever skill you have, there's no limit other than what you set. You can have a vocation or something that where it could be saturated and you can think, oh, these people in here, I can't make money or I can't do this. No, don't stop yourself. You do not stop yourself. A lot of people, they talk themselves out of their own prosperity, right? Because you're playing yourself short, because deep down you don't think you're as good as the next person. And I'll say this, you probably better. A lot of people, see, one of the things in society, people take to heart what other people say or how other people fail, instead of looking at themselves and just saying, look, I'm going to go for it. Right? Now, I know some people might be humble, try to be humble about it and say, well, no, I'm not as good this or that. Or I'm like, no, you don't have to run around and brag about your ability or anything. But at the same time, deep in your heart, you need to know you the bomb at this particular field, vocation, skill, gift, or whatever. Right? And you just have to go all the way. You got to be like a racehorse, right? I remember I saw this ironically in a comic book. And a character was talking about racehorses or horses in general and say, they run to the best of their ability. They can do whatever. And you know what? I've met people like that. I've known people like that. They didn't let anything stop them. Whatever they did, they went full tilt, right? They went to the best of their ability. And the best of your ability can probably put you among the stars. It really can. People have to understand that. Right? They have to understand that. They have to understand that the mythical they can't really stop you. Most people, when I look at them, it's like, well, what's stopping you? Stopping you? Ain't nobody stopping you. Nobody's preventing you. It's scary. It's scary, I just thought in my mind about this woman who could cook real well, but she didn't think she could open a restaurant. Man, she could probably have a chain by now. Because I met this woman 20 years ago. And man, she could probably have a chain by now. She could get down in the kitchen. She can get down. And there's a lot of people like that. It's, you just see them and it's just like, why? Why are you wasting your talent? And I'm going to tell you something deep about it, too. Sometimes, though, some people play themselves so short, they actually get mad at you for pointing out their talent. I've actually had that. I've actually had some people, they get mad. I'll be like, well, you could be doing this and that. They get mad at you. But you know what? One of the reasons people get mad at you, and one of the reasons why people sell themselves short, they actually have fear of failing. And I can understand it in a way when it comes to your personal skill, because you don't want to feel like that skill is, you got a passion for this. You feel like this is your best thing. You don't want to feel like the one thing you're the best at, you really not. I think that could be a terrible feeling. Notice I said, I think that could be a terrible feeling, right? That fear of failure, so you might just say, instead of just going for it and doing it. In fact, I know for sure there's plenty of people this message will resonate with, right? Because instead of just going on and doing what you're good at, what you're great at, you avoid it because you're afraid of failing. But if you're good at it, you're never really going to fail. Maybe you fail in how you try to deliver the gift or how you try to express the gift. And you might have to do it in a different way, but you will never fail because it's your gift. It's a part of who you are. It's part of your character. And, that fear thing, you got to think, if this is what you're good at, even great at, it's like, one, you really ain't going to fail. I don't care. You might have some setbacks, but I don't care what you do. You won't have setbacks. You get pro athletes. They're going to drop the ball, miss the shot, whatever, strike out. But it's what they're great at. So you just keep going. And there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, that fear, I've seen it. Like people, I wish I had the proverbial dime for every time I've seen someone who had a talent at something, but because of their fear, they avoid doing it. They'll do everything else and actually fail at it until they get to that point. Hopefully, some people never get to that point. I'll get to that in a second, but hopefully get to that point where they say, you know what, let me just do what I want to do and know what I'm good at. But some people never get to that point. And I've said this before, and someone, I heard a motivational speaker say this. One of the greatest place of ideas, inventions, and stuff is a cemetery because people will die with it. People will actually die with it, right? Or, stuff will happen and they don't have it. Like, I give an example. I'll use one from my own family. My mother, back in the 1950s, used to get paid to model. She was like at a department store. Apparently they model. And this is in the 1950s. And you have to think, a black woman in the 1950s actually getting $5 to model per show to model in the 50s, 1950s money. I got to figure out what that is in $5 in 1950s money, what that is in 2018 money. Hold on. All right, I just checked. It's about what, $45 then is about, $43 now. It don't seem like a lot, but she got paid. And so, if you're doing, I think she got paid per show. So she do several shows, not a bad thing, right? Not a bad little part-time job. But the thing with her is one of the things her and my grandmother wanted to do was start a modeling school for black girls. And, I always think about what would have happened if she were able to follow through on that dream. How many black girls in the 60s, 50s and 60s, right? Late 50s, early 60s, or how, like, say they were able to start it and she probably could have kept it going even now, right? How many black girls and maybe black boys too would have had strong self-esteem or whatever and maybe gone on to be in modeling, acting, or just have confidence in life if they had been started. So you understand, when you have a gift, it's not even just for you, but you helping other people too. All right? You helping other people as well. Right? So when you play yourself short, if you play yourself and you can affect thousands of other people just by you just doing what you're doing. Because remember, people always watching us, they emulating us, they influenced by us. So it's even bigger than just yourself. But but you know what? That's getting a little bit further. Focus just for yourself, just for your own happiness. Just for your own joy in life. Don't play yourself short. Believe in yourself. Believe in what you're talented in doing. You already good at it. Don't be afraid to fall on your face as you try to express it, because that's all the failure is. It's not the talent itself. It's just a vehicle you use to express the talent. And that's what a failure is. Right? You You might be an artist or something, and you might say, well, I'm gonna do all these paintings and stuff, and it don't really work out for you when you should have been a comic book artist or something like that, or do comic strips or something. Illustration. It's like it's the vehicle that failed, not your talent. So don't ultimately don't play yourself short. All right. Don't play yourself short. So anyway, that's it for now. Y'all have a great Sunday. Keep rising and transforming.